Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with your hand suddenly feeling numb, your heart racing without any clear reason, or your breathing becoming heavy? These small signs could actually be warning signals of something very serious happening silently. A stroke might be just around the corner. I can never forget the story of a 68-year-old man. He lived in Da Nang, was full of energy, and had a habit of going for a morning walk every day. But one day, his family found him lying motionless in bed, with the left side of his body completely paralyzed. Fortunately, he was taken to the hospital in time. What really stayed with me was that the night before, he had complained about numbness in one arm and feeling more tired than usual. Everyone thought he was just tired because of his age. But no one expected that just a few hours later, everything would change completely. According to research from Harvard Medical School, in 2024, over 70% of strokes in older adults occurred while they were asleep. The body is resting, but suddenly blood pressure spikes. Especially for people over 60, the risk is 3 times higher than for younger individuals, and many cases go unnoticed because the early signs are too subtle. In Vietnam, data from the Ministry of Health shows that thousands of elderly people are hospitalized every year due to strokes. Many even pass away right in their beds before anyone realizes what's happening. As a doctor who has worked with elderly patients for over 30 years, I understand that losing sleep isn't as scary as losing opportunities. Missing a few hours of rest isn't as terrible as losing the most precious thing older people need: the ability to move, speak, enjoy life, and live independently. But I also bring you some good news. Let's explore practical, safe, and cost-effective ways to take care of our health, from breathing habits, herbal teas, to recognizing early warning signs of a stroke. These simple tips have helped thousands of elderly people stay sharp, healthy, and avoid disaster in the blink of an eye. Before we begin, we invite you to leave a few lines in the comments below. Let us know where you're watching this video from. Is it the elegant city of Hanoi, the fertile Mekong Delta, or perhaps a peaceful city on the other side of the globe? Leave us a message so we can stay connected. And if you find this content truly useful, please subscribe to the Living Healthily in Old Age channel and share this video with your loved ones. Because who knows, a single share today could be the very thing that saves someone's life tomorrow. Now, let us begin this journey together to understand and protect the heart, the brain, and life itself, even during sleep. Recognizing early signs of a stroke during sleep. Dear viewers, stroke is a dangerous condition, and the most challenging part is that it often happens silently, while we are in deep sleep, when the body is completely relaxed and off guard. Many people only wake up when it's already too late. That's why the most important thing is not to wait until illness strikes, but to recognize the early signs your body might be sending during the night. These signs may seem subtle, but they can save lives if we notice them in time. One of the most common warnings is numbness or weakness on one side of the body upon waking. This is not just about sleeping in the wrong position, as many people believe. According to the Johns Hopkins Medical Center in the US, transient ischemic attacks, also known as TIAs, temporary blockages of blood flow to the brain, often manifest as weakness in one limb and may occur hours before a full-blown stroke. If you wake up and find your left arm unable to move normally, or your right calf feels numb and tingling, don't just shake it off and assume it will pass. Observe carefully. If after 5 minutes the sensation hasn't improved, or if you find it hard to grasp objects, notify someone and seek medical attention immediately. The second warning sign is often confused with dreams or nightmares, difficulty breathing, a feeling of suffocation, or an abnormally fast heartbeat during sleep. There are many cases where elderly individuals have suffered strokes due to heart rhythm disorders occurring during sleep, particularly atrial fibrillation. Research from Japan and Oxford University shows that atrial fibrillation during sleep may not cause pain, but can increase stroke risk by 4 times if not monitored and treated early. If you frequently wake up in the middle of the night feeling short of breath, gasping, or clearly hearing your heart pounding erratically, it's not just a sign of tiredness. It's a cry for help from your cardiovascular system. The third sign though milder, is often overlooked: a dull headache or dizziness right upon waking. Many people assume morning headaches are due to poor sleep or a bad pillow. But according to the American Stroke Association, early morning headaches may result from increased intracranial pressure during the night due to oxygen deprivation in the brain. If not addressed in time, this could be the first step toward a real stroke. I always advise my patients, if you wake up and your head feels as heavy as a rock, take it seriously. You may also feel lightheaded or have trouble maintaining balance. Don't rush to get out of bed. Sit up slowly, take a sip of warm water, and observe for another 10 minutes. I once cared for a 75-year-old gentleman who was perfectly fine the night before. In the morning, he only complained of shoulder soreness and feeling sleepy. His family assumed he was just tired and let him rest a bit more. By noon, they found that he had suffered a stroke and was paralyzed on one side. If only someone had noticed the unusual headache that morning, things might have turned out differently. On the other hand, I once met a very cautious elderly lady in Bin Din. Every morning after waking up, she would test the movement in both arms, take a few deep breaths, and check if her heartbeat was steady. That very vigilance helped her recognize early signs of facial numbness one morning. She immediately called her family and was taken to the hospital, avoiding severe complications in time. Dear viewers, aging brings many changes, but listening to your body is the key to living proactively and safely every single day. If you've ever experienced any of these three signs, numbness or weakness in one side of your limbs, difficulty breathing, or rapid heartbeat during the night, or headaches and dizziness upon waking, please don't ignore them. These are not minor issues. They are early warning bells. And if you hear them in time, you can preserve your clarity, independence, and peace of mind for many more years to come. Have you ever experienced any of the signs I just mentioned? Please comment below so we can learn from and care for each other more each day. Now, I will guide you through a simple yet effective preparation plan to prevent strokes while sleeping. Please keep watching. Ladies and gentlemen, recognizing the signs is only the first step. What's even more important is being well prepared so that if a stroke occurs unexpectedly during the night and no one is around, you can still stay alive. I have cared for several cases like Mr. Tam. He woke up in the middle of the night unable to move half of his body. He tried to call for help, but no one heard him, simply because his phone was in another room. If he had made earlier preparations, the outcome might have been very different. So the first thing I earnestly urge you to do is always keep your phone next to your bed within reach. Save emergency numbers like 115, your children's contact numbers, and set the ringer to be loud enough without being jarring. Many people leave their phones far away, fearing electromagnetic waves or light will disturb their sleep. But dear friends, phone radiation is not as dangerous as not being able to call for help when you're lying helpless. I remember Mr. Sao from Hugh. Because he kept his phone by his bedside, he was able to call his son when his right hand went numb at 2 a.m. Thanks to that, he was taken to the hospital within just 20 minutes. A small habit saved a life. The second preparation step I often recommend to my patients is to drink a cup of mild herbal tea before bedtime, not just to improve taste, but to help stabilize blood pressure, promote deeper sleep, and relax the blood vessels. Chamomile tea, ginger tea, or warm water with a few slices of fresh ginger are all excellent choices. A 2020 study by the National Institute of Preventive Medicine found that drinking 1 cup of chamomile tea every night can reduce the risk of nighttime hypertension by up to 25%. I once guided Mrs. Mai in Da Nang to follow this routine. After just 1 month, she no longer experienced morning headaches. You can try it too. A slice of ginger or a few dried chamomile petals can be found at your local market, and they are much cheaper than a hospital emergency bill. The third preparation is incredibly gentle but highly effective. Practice deep, slow breathing for 5 minutes before bed. This isn't something mystical. It's a technique that increases oxygen to the brain, reduces blood pressure, and calms the nervous system. The method is simple. Lie on your back. Place one hand on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds, then exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this cycle 5 to 10 times. I once cared for Mr. Hung in Hanoi, who had a history of high blood pressure. After doing breathing exercises every night, his fatigue and insomnia significantly improved. Many of my patients shared that after a week of applying this method, they slept better and felt more refreshed in the morning. A single correct breath at the right time can delay a stroke. With these 3 small steps, keeping your phone within reach, drinking relaxing herbal tea, and breathing properly, you've already gone halfway in protecting yourself. Some things may seem simple, but if done regularly and correctly, they become a shield that guards you in the middle of the night. Before the doctor arrives, which of these steps have you done already? If you find this information helpful, please type the number 2 in the comments below. That's how I know you're still listening, still actively choosing to live well, and we're still walking this journey together, one steady step at a time. Now, let's move on to the next part. 5 crucial tips to prevent and respond to a stroke when it actually happens. Shall we continue? 5 key tips to prevent and self-manage stroke during sleep. Dear friends, recognizing the signs and preparing in advance are just the beginning. The most essential thing is that we must take specific actions, things that may seem small but could save your life when a stroke strikes unexpectedly in the night. Now, I'd like to share with you 5 key tips that I've gathered from both traditional medicine and modern research to help you proactively protect your health every night. Tip number 5, sleep in the correct position to reduce pressure on the heart and brain. One overlooked fact is that your sleeping position directly affects blood pressure to the brain. A 2024 study from Harvard University revealed that sleeping on your right side can reduce pressure on the heart and brain by up to 30%, while also improving blood circulation during sleep. As we age, the cardiovascular system weakens and blood vessels become less elastic. Even a small amount of added pressure can cause a rupture, leading to a stroke. I once advised Miss Hoa, who often woke up in the middle of the night with shortness of breath and dizziness, to switch to sleeping on her right side with a thin, supportive pillow. After 1 month, she reported sleeping better and waking up free of headaches and fatigue. So tonight, try adjusting your sleep posture. Keep your neck straight with the pillow, avoid compressing your shoulders, and observe how your body responds. Tip number 4, drink warm water and herbal tea before bed to stabilize blood pressure. Many people believe that drinking water before bed will cause nighttime urination. However, a moderate amount of warm water combined with herbs can improve blood flow throughout the night. Ginger and chamomile are 2 precious herbs in Eastern medicine. They calm the nervous system, relax the blood vessels, and help regulate blood pressure, which is key to stroke prevention. Mr. Tam from Da Nang is a great example. After I advised him, he drank a light cup of chamomile tea with pure honey every evening. Within a few weeks, he noticed waking up clearer, with a lighter head and deeper sleep. You can brew this at home with a few slices of ginger or 3 to 5 dried chamomile petals. Boil for 5 minutes and let cool until warm. Drink 30 minutes before bedtime. Simple, safe, and incredibly effective. Tip number 3, practice deep breathing and massage your arms and legs to improve circulation. Breathing is life, and breathing correctly at the right time can be a silent shield protecting your brain each night. Deep breathing increases oxygen levels in the blood, helping to circulate it to distant areas like your limbs and especially the brain, which is most vulnerable during a stroke. The breathing method I often teach is very simple. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds and exhale gently through the mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat 5 to 10 times. Once in bed, you can also lightly massage your arms and legs from wrist to shoulder, ankle to knee to stimulate circulation. Mrs. Mai from Long An used to wake up with numb hands. After just 10 days of combining breathing and massage every night, the numbness disappeared. Her body felt lighter, and her sleep became deeper and more restful. Friends, just 5 minutes each night can help you sleep better and silently protect yourself from stroke. Tip number 2, control underlying conditions to protect your blood vessels. Dear viewers, Here's a serious truth. High blood pressure and diabetes aren't just chronic diseases. They are silent accomplices that pave the way for strokes during sleep. At bedtime, blood pressure tends to drop slightly, but if chronic conditions are not well managed, your blood pressure could spike suddenly at night, causing damage to brain vessels. A 2020 study by the American Heart Institute revealed that seniors with unstable blood pressure are at 50% higher risk of stroke than others. One of the most important pieces of advice I give my patients is, take your medications on time and check your blood pressure daily, especially before bed. You don't need a modern electronic monitor. Ask a family member to help if needed. Keep a small notebook by your bedside to record your readings. It's incredibly useful in emergencies. I remember Mr. Nam from Cantho, who once fainted while using the bathroom at night due to a sudden drop in blood pressure. Thanks to his careful monitoring and proper medication adjustments, that never happened again. And don't forget, keep a relaxed mind before bed. Avoid stressful news. Don't overthink. Let your mind rest just like your body. Do you already have a habit of checking your blood pressure at night? Please share in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your valuable efforts to maintain healthy vessels and a strong heart. Tip number 1. Position your hands this way to save your life in 10 seconds. Dear friends, if there were a simple tip that could save your life during the night, would you want to learn it? This is the most important tip I want you to remember. If you wake up at night with numbness in your hand, shortness of breath, or irregular heartbeat, don't panic. Immediately perform the life-saving hand position within the first 10 seconds. Here's how. Sit or lie straight. Place your left hand on your chest to feel your heartbeat. Raise your right hand above your head and inhale deeply through the nose for 3 seconds. Hold for 1 beat, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat 2 to 3 times. Science has shown this action restarts blood circulation, temporarily stabilizes blood pressure, and in many cases can prevent a stroke from escalating. If done within the first 10 minutes, it could make all the difference. I once witnessed Mr. Hung from Hanoi, who lives alone, save himself with this trick. One night, he felt numbness in his left arm, rapid heartbeat, and cold sweats. Instead of panicking, he did exactly as I taught. After feeling slightly better, he immediately called his son. Within 15 minutes, he was in the emergency room. Thanks to this, he fully recovered and didn't suffer partial paralysis like many others. I encourage you to practice this move each night before bed, just like brushing your teeth or washing your face. Once it becomes a reflex, your body will automatically remember and perform it at the most critical moment. If you're still watching and find this helpful, please comment with the number 4. That's how I'll know you're taking your health seriously and applying what you've learned. And if you can, practice this move with your children or grandchildren so the whole family can help each other if needed. Now let's move to the final section, where I'll help you summarize this journey. Dear friends, we've just walked through a valuable journey together, one that's not just about preventing strokes during sleep, but also about taking charge of your health and holding on to your independence with every peaceful night's sleep. We've gone through 5 practical and easy-to-apply tips. Sleeping on your right side to reduce heart pressure. Drinking ginger or chamomile tea to stabilize blood pressure before bed. Practicing deep breathing and massaging limbs to improve circulation. Managing chronic conditions like hypertension and diabetes. And the special hand position trick in the first 10 seconds to save yourself. A simple technique, yet it could mean the difference between life and death. None of us want emergencies to happen, but if they occur at night when we're alone, these small habits I've shared today could be your life raft in a vast sea. You don't need a big hospital or expensive medicine, just the right pillow position, a warm cup of tea, a steady breath, and a little awareness may be all it takes to welcome a peaceful morning instead of waking up in an emergency room. I am Dr. Hoang, with over 30 years of experience working with the elderly, both in hospitals and in the community. I know that aging does not mean giving up. On the contrary, it is the time to love your body more, to treasure every heartbeat and every steady step. Science has proven that managing blood pressure and maintaining healthy circulation is the key to preventing strokes. And that is completely within your reach if you start with the smallest steps. Dear friends, if people like Miss Ho, Mr. Tam, and Mr. Hung, real individuals I've shared about, could change their health destiny thanks to simple tips, then I truly believe you can too, or even more. Don't wait until your steps falter or your hands tremble, unable to hold a glass of water, only to regret the opportunities of today. Right now, I invite you to join me in making a small but meaningful commitment. If you're ready to try sleeping on your right side starting tonight, leave the number 1 in the comments. If you want to practice the 10-second hand-saving technique or respond to unusual signs, type the number 2. I will read every number you leave in the comments as a gentle reminder that we're not just watching a video. We are living with responsibility for our own health. And if you find these insights meaningful, please don't hesitate to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your loved ones, neighbors, and friends. Who knows? Your simple act of sharing may become a life-saving lifeline for someone in the darkness of night. I know some of you may think, I'm already old, is it too late? But let me tell you, the most beautiful part of aging is not how many years you live, but how peacefully and independently you live. To live still in control of every sip of water, every step, every warm hug given to your grandchildren. And all of that begins today. I wish you restful nights, healthy mornings, and a life of freedom in old age. Freedom from illness, freedom from worry, and the freedom to enjoy the simplest yet deepest moments of life. Thank you sincerely for listening. We will see each other again on the next journey. A journey to live well and live fully, one day at a time.